The spice extends life. The spice expands consciousness. The spice is...
I admit it's a stretch, but I'm willing to go with it at this point. What's up, Raiders? It's Adam, aka the Groovinator from raidersofthelostflicks.com. Remember, if it's a bad movie, we want to know about it. And my passion is the movie Dune 2020, which hasn't come out yet. According to this website and some other websites that I've read, it is supposed to come out December 18th of this year. Now, I do have my reservations as to whether or not they're going to stick to that date, and that's kind of based on, well, where's the trailer? You know, now they are saying, a lot of the actors have leaked out that a trailer is supposed to drop at the end of this month. Well, it is the end of this month, so hopefully any day now we'll get a Dune 2020 trailer. We don't have one, so all we have is speculation and anticipation and anxiety for some of us. Where's my trailer? But anyways, this article from Inverse is drawing competitions to the Batman, for which we do have a trailer, but we don't have a release date. They're saying October of 2021. We'll see if they stick to that or not. It's kind of up in the air right now, but they did do a teaser for that one. Now that one comes out October of next year, but Dune 2020 comes out December of this year. So that's about 4 months away, and not even a teaser trailer yet. A little strange. Hollywood hates science fiction right now. They really do. They don't know what to do with it. They don't like doing niche movies. They want to do movies where there's like mass appeal, mass audiences, everything has to make $1 billion. It's kind of sad. It really is. It's a mess that we're in right now, and it's why we get movies like, you know, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, or, you know, Star Trek Picard on TV, or the new Doctor Who. It's not good entertainment. It's aiming towards mass appeal, and it's not working because it abandons the original fans. But a lot of original fans are very excited about Denis Villeneuve's Dune, as well as me. I couldn't think of a better guy to direct it, but hey, let's get into this article and we'll talk about it a little bit. 3 exciting things the Batman trailer may reveal about Dune, and the reason we're doing this is because Greg Fraser was behind a camera for Dune. Now he's filming the Batman. So the trailer is based on things that have been filmed by Greg Fraser on the Batman. So he's also filmed Dune. Let's get into it. If everything goes according to plan, Dune 2020 will hit theaters this December, while the hotly anticipated movie The Batman won't come out until next October in 2021. And yet, as of this writing, we have a trailer for The Batman and not Dune. Is Batman secretly a space messiah planning on leaving Gotham and moving to Arrakis? Probably not, but that doesn't mean Bats didn't give us a clue about the future of Paul Atreides. While we're waiting for the Dune trailer, you might be confused as to why we're talking about the Batman at all. I know exactly why you're doing it. It's called clickbait. The Batman is a trending topic right now. What can the Batman tell us about the new Dune? A lot, actually. Both movies have the same director of photography and Greg Fine. If I'm mispronouncing that, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to say fine until somebody tells me I'm saying it. Who previously worked on Rogue One and Mandalorian. The footage in those movies looked really good. The Rogue One and Mandalorian, those are very pretty to watch. The footage in the Batman looks like anything in Star Wars. So does Fine's work with director Matt Reeves on the new Caped Crusader, giving us a hint about the overall cinematic feel of Dune. Maybe. Let's dig in. In previous interviews, cinematographer Greg Fraser downplayed any connection between the styles in making Dune and filming the Star Wars projects he worked on, saying in June, "I had to forget a lot of Star Wars when I was making Dune." I had covered that on this channel. This makes sense. Both projects are space operas, and fans and scholars have endlessly debated the connections between the Star Wars and Dune universes for years. Whatever Fraser had to learn or unlearn for Dune must have influenced his work on the Batman. At least a little bit, right? Based on that, it's possible this new trailer could reveal what Dune fans should expect from the 2020 movie. With that in mind, here are 3 details from the Batman trailer that could tell us something about Dune. 3. Moody young hero. At a glance, Bruce Wayne and Paul Atreides aren't very much alike, but when you consider that Paul's path to becoming Muad'Dib is connected to the death of his father, certain things snap into place. Both Paul and Bruce are children of privilege who become warriors fighting for the downtrodden. Paul does this with some help, and Bruce does this mostly alone, but their motivations certainly overlap. The way Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne is shot in the new trailer for the Batman makes him seem young and very concerned over what is going on. He's an adult Batman, but he's not the hardened, angry bats of Christian Bale. There's still some sensitivity to him. All of this applies to Paul Atreides in the first part of the Dune novel. This means it's possible that Greg Fraser's approach to shooting and lighting Paul, Timothée Chalamet, and shooting and lighting Bruce, Robert Pattinson, and is very similar. 2. Violent realism. The Batman trailer is memorable primarily because it feels dirtier and more violent than more recent iterations of Batman. Even the Christopher Nolan films seem elegant or beautiful in comparison with the cramped, breakable world we glimpse in the Batman. Will Doom have a similar sensibility? Because of the huge vastness of the planet Arrakis, it seems like unlikely those scenes will have much in common with the grim darkness of Gotham City. That said, there are other settings in Dune. The home planet of Harkonnens, Giedi Prime, could very easily analog to Gotham City. The Dune universe also has the planet Seleucia Secundus, I can't pronounce things, which the new film probably won't visit, but you never know. By the end of the first Dune book, Seleucia Secundus has a lot in common with that pit Bane came from in The Dark Knight Rises. 1. Messy lighting, more realism. The lighting style of the Batman, based on the trailer, could be described as quote-unquote messy shadows. Shadows seem to fall the way they would in real life. Faces are particularly obscured. Everything is a glimpse and totally informed by its environment. If Fine uses any of these messier techniques in Dune, it could be an amazing gift. One of the most frustrating things about big space opera movies is that they all tend to be filmed like big space opera movies. Terrestrial-based sci-fi flicks tend to not have this problem. See Blade Runner, Dark City, Strange Days, but movies that involve more than one planet tend to take a grandiose cinematic feeling, which, while somewhat appropriate, cannot often kill any attempt at realism. Some sci-fi filmmakers have actively fought against this tendency by making their films feel cramped on purpose. Alien, Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, that's a wonderful movie. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, that is my absolute favorite Star Trek movie. Are two good examples, but both filmed versions of Dune, the 1984 David Lynch version and the 2000 Sci-Fi Channel miniseries, are decidedly big and epic in the way the movies are shot. Could Dune 2020 feel similar and thus scan as much more realistic? If Fraser style in The Batman and The Mandalorian is any indication, the answer could be a big yes, which for fans of the book series is important. Dune might have some goofy words and phrases, from the weirding way to Bene Gesserit, but if all of this is going to work in a major motion picture, we're going to need to take it all seriously. And the first step is that everything in the film seems like it already exists. The biggest problem with so many sci-fi movies is that every frame reminds you you're watching a sci-fi movie, especially if you film the entire thing in front of green screen. Maybe Denis Villeneuve's direction and Greg Fraser's photography can help Dune overcome the status as a sci-fi epic and maybe just a relatable, realistic movie. I am very excited about the new Dune movie. I don't think I can drive that home enough. Despite the videos and my concerns over the movie's performance, I do want it to succeed. And I'll probably mention this in every video. We need Dune to succeed because we need to tell studios that fans want more cerebral science fiction. They don't just want flashy lights and simple, dumbed down stories for mass appeal. We want something that kind of challenges your mind a little bit, but is also pretty to look at. You know what I mean? And we get those movies, but they don't always perform well. And I think a lot of that is due to the way they're marketed. I mean, there's absolutely no marketing for Dune other than some fan art, some leaked pictures, which are all over the internet, and a release date. That's all it has. Yet The Batman has had more press than any other movie that has been announced over the entire year of 2020 through the pandemic, where there's not been really hardly any new movies coming out at all. The one that I'm most excited about still is Dune. That's the one movie that probably hasn't been tainted by me possibly, having to constantly wait out the pandemic and wait for new news to report. I'd rather speculate about Dune than Wonder Woman 1984 or The Black Widow. Those are movies that would have interested me months ago. But now that all that time has passed, my anticipation for those movies is waning a bit because all these studios keep sitting on their properties because they want all these people to flock back into theaters, but theaters themselves have all these COVID restrictions and limited amount of seating and this and that, and a lot of people are not that anxious to get out and go see movies. I know a lot of people personally that are, but that's because I'm a movie guy and a lot of my friends are also movie people, and we want to go see the movies again, but we're not really crazy about the restrictions. It's not very fun to wear a mask and sit in a theater and watch that either, but I'm willing to do it for Dune, and I just hope that we get that trailer drop hopefully this week or the very latest early next week. I hope they stick to the end of August release date, because once that trailer drops, people are going to be talking. It's going to be all out there, and I'm going to be covering it right here on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed to me already, please do so. Also, make sure you go to Loitering in Wonderland and subscribe to that channel, because I will be on that show tonight as well, talking about Tales from the Crypt episodes. We like to talk about old TV shows and tell you if they've held up or well. We like to look through things that we liked when we were kids and see if they still hold up through our adult eyes. But anyways, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Leave comments down below. If you kind of know when you think the trailer is going to drop, leave that comment down as well. I've had a lot of interesting discussions about that. I've also had a lot of people subbing recently, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for coming back. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. You guys have yourselves a fantastic day, and this is the Groovinator signing out. Peace.